All right. Behind a strong man, it's a stronger woman. We have Miss Rosemary Reddix here. She agrees.
Right?
We just interviewed Mr. Fenty, and now we want to know, tell us about yourself.
About myself.
Yes.
Okay, about myself. Once again, you guys know my name, Rosemary, my McKnight Reddix. And Brian McKnight is a cousin of mine. We went to church together.
You mean the singer, Brian?
The singer, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
what are those?
okay,
The world is getting smaller and smaller.
We grew up in the church together.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So he, kept performing a lot in the church, and then he decided to go out. And so, yeah. So it's a family member.
It's a family member. Yeah. That is so. You must sing too.
No,
do you
girl, are
sing?
you kidding? No,
you don't.
No.
She's like, oh,
I'm natural. No, I do not sing. I have a good ear. Now I can hear or listen to someone sing. When Alicia Keys was coming up, I heard her, and I kept telling them she's going to make it. She's going to, and she did. Yeah. So I have a very good ear, but can't sing.
What is
now, Faith will make it.
Which one?
Faith, the guy.
Faith Kent?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
He's an excellent performer.
I know his song, the one for the soldiers.
Yeah. He's a really good singer.
And his heart.
Yeah, his heart.
Got the heart.
His passion. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That is great.
Okay.
What inspires your dedication to fostering? Because I go straight to how impressive you are, besides beautiful, but all these different things that you do. And what inspires your dedication to fostering cultural exchanges within the African communities? And what have been some of the most profound outcomes from those exchanges? Because you do so much for the African community.
Yeah, I love going to Africa. I've been to Africa 31 times. And heading back in the next few months to finish up a project with a church called the Church of Tanzania. And that's going to be in Tanzania, in one of the villages. So it inspired me back in the 80s. My first visit, I'm a nurse by profession. So I met a young lady. I was hiring nurses in California. One of the nurses came to me. She was actually from Tanzania. And so I hired her, but she didn't have a license. Well, I knew how to get her the license. So she was so thankful. So she said, I want you to come to my country. And I'm like, I've been all over the world. I hadn't been to Africa. So I went to Africa, loved it. And met so many beautiful people. I mean, I tell you, beautiful people. And the struggle was there with a lot of the young kids. Some of them, the families had money to send them to school. So at the time I was married. So what we decided to do was send for some of the students from Africa and bring them into the schools here in the U.S. as college and pay for the college. And that's what I did for quite a few students. Then after 9/11, it was hard to get students into the country. So I had to kind of cease. But I did send some to Canada. They made it to Canada. So I helped them in Canada as well. Wow. So, yeah. And most of those students are millionaires to this day. Yeah, I taught them how to invest their money. I always talk about my first student. His name was Lumba Matengo. So Lumba came to us. I got him into the country. He went to, I think it was Minnesota somewhere. But anyway, I had to get him to the college first. Then I brought him into California. So I said, okay, you can go to school to be a doctor. His father was a doctor. I said, now I asked his parents, do you want to be a millionaire or do you want to be a doctor right away? He said, I would rather be a millionaire. So this is what we did.
Smart kid.
He worked as a CNA. He went to school. His English wasn't the best, but I encouraged him to keep going. So anyway, Lumba went to school to be a CNA. He graduated top in his class. Then from there, he worked a little bit. All his money, I didn't charge him anything. Stay in my home, save your money, send so much money to the family, save the rest of the money. So that's what he did. So at the time, real estate was really, really good to get into in California. So I had him to buy kind of cheaper homes and sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And then he started owning buildings all over the U.S., so he got it everything.
Real estate.
Yeah. So now he's helping back. He's still in the U.S. and California, but he does help his country a lot. So purchasing. So I think the ending question is the satisfaction out of that is just knowing that I can still help children. It might not be that much, but they appreciate it so much, the little that you can help them with. So my youngest son is there. He married a medical doctor from Tanzania.
Oh, wow.
24 years old, medical doctor. Her father was a doctor. So they're running a business that we have in Tanzania. At the time, I didn't have that much money, but I do have an investor, which I can't give the name to. But we own a gold mine. So we started a gold mine business. Also, I have a diamond mine, but I haven't even touched the diamond mine. And that's in an area called Shianga. So the benefits are also knowing people there that I get, opportunities like, okay, we're going to give you this piece of land because they can't afford to get the gold out. I can. So you hire the people, you build little hospitals and clinics, and that's what you do. I don't go into a country without giving back. That's very important. So that's kind of what I do. Yeah. So,
Big heart.
Yeah. I think part of it just being in the nursing field for so long, and it's like something about giving to others. You want to help.
What was the name of that one first Tanzanian lady that brought you into this?
This was Margaret Bundu. And Margaret just passed. We went to a funeral about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago. Unfortunately, she passed away. Yeah, but she was like a good friend. One of my best friends. Yeah.
Well, she sure made a lot of difference.
She did. By just inviting
something that made the difference.
She did. And just by inviting me into the country, that was real important. Because I always kind of wanted to go, but I didn't know anyone. So now we just travel, and with the help of Rihanna, she makes sure we travel.
Yeah, of course.
So Uganda, Tanzania, Zanzibar, where else have we been? Kenya. So a few of the countries we go together. And so just to, make a difference, meeting people. In most of those countries, we have met the presidents of they say prime minister in those countries as well.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yeah. So
how's you don't have to answer because it's off the script. But sometimes I go off the script.
That's okay.
How's your relationship with Rihanna?
It's beautiful.
Very nice. I'm happy.
Beautiful. Yeah, Rihanna is like, I can make a phone call. I talk to her more than you, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
So she's a sweetheart. Her last message to me, she said, because she hadn't seen many pictures of us posting, right? And she said, Mom, are you and Dad still strong, stepmom? Are you guys still strong? And but you know how they talk in Barbados a little different. And I'm like, yes, of course we're still strong. I just hadn't posted pictures. So I started just recently posting some pictures.
That she was worried.
Yeah, she was worried. She wanted to make sure everything was good. I'm like, everything is good.
We're just ready for this big event. Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, you also do something with Quest Medical Care?
It's called Quest Medical Care. It's not the one here in the U.S. They have their own. It's called Quest. Yeah, we have a Quest here in the U.S., but this is totally different. These are some young men from Uganda. This is a different country. And they started, I was so impressed with them. They had heard I was in the country, and one came to the hotel where I was staying to meet with me. So we talked, and he told me his needs. I'm like, okay, that's easy. So anyway, helped him get some medical equipment to the country, and they have their own clinic, and they're doing so well. They're doing very good. So, but we also still want to get help from other people. I just don't advertise it, but I need to, just to help them, because these are young kids, like late 20s, early 30s, that are making a difference. Some of them are doctors. So, yeah.
In which country? In Ghana?
In Uganda. Uganda and Tanzania. So, yeah, both of those countries, they're very educated children, but they just don't have the resources. And like the doctors, my son's wife is a medical doctor, but she only makes about $500 a month. So he told her to quit and work with him, and she does. So they see the big difference in the pay, but they seem to manage with that amount of money, buy their homes and buy their land and things like that. They know how to manage it. But it's just, my heart just goes out to people. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
How could we help promote? So what would they need?
Oh man, besides funds, they would need funds and any equipment, medical equipment, clothes, shoes, anything. They're just happy to get it. So it's just whatever person can give. I have websites I would have to give to you later.
Yes, please.
Contact
Yes.
them.
And we'll put the link in the video.
Yeah, put the link in.
GoFundMe or whatever the links are.
Exactly. Exactly.
That would be amazing.
Right.
But yes, thank you so much.